Well, let's talk about some of your iconic songs that we've mentioned. I want to start with Bitch.
Okay.
Because I feel at that time, correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I'm not remembering it correctly, it was kind of a big deal to use a song that didn't just say bitch in it, but was the title.
Right.
And that you actually got on radio with
Right.
that. And we're also using it in a positive way. This wasn't smack my bitch up.
Right.
Or bitches, you know. It was like, I'm a bitch and I'm proud of it. It's like here we go. Yeah, everyone loved it. All women love this song. I'm a mother.
Guys like it too.
Yeah, okay. I do not feel ashamed. such an anthem. Tell me about just sort of, you know, what was behind doing a song where it's like a woman basically going, I'm a bitch.
Yeah, you know what? Women are complicated.
Mm-hmm.
There had never been a song where a woman used the word and it used it to describe herself.
Right.
We're not calling somebody else something derogatory. We're using it to describe ourselves as a multifaceted, complicated human being. Interesting, though, that the Stones wrote a song with bitch in it, and so did Elton John, and nobody ever questioned putting those songs on the radio, right?
Good point.
So we were up against it. I didn't think that it was. They thought they were going to have to like it out, but
say I'm a witch.
Yeah, well, that's what I told my 2-year-old daughter. Mommy's saying witch.
I'm a witch.
Yeah, we thought we were going to have to change it, or they're going to have to bleep it out, but it just caught on. But when you think about it, Lyndsey, think about lyrics of pop music now. Bitch is sort of beige.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be shocking at all. I just think since that time, you had to get more shocking and more shocking and more shocking. It was almost like the shock factor got you on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an interesting time. You know, it was an interesting time, and I don't think that we knew that we would still be talking about that song in 20 years when we wrote it.
Wow, you didn't have a hunch? Because the minute that song came out, it came out at a time when, you know, Alanis and You Ought to Know, which had kind of a similar defiance
aggressive,
to it.
assertive.
Liz Phair was, you know, a huge critical darling at the time. It was something was going on. Something was in the water.
Right. But to think that I'd be sitting talking with you 20 years later about that song, you know, I think because now there's so much, may I say, content, that songs come and go so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder how many songs now will be on the radio, you know, the titles will be referred to in 20 years and we're talking about them. Some, but I just don't know. When we wrote it, we were looking at each other like, this is really good, right? It's really good, right? Not my imagination, right? It's really good. But it wasn't calculated, you know? We weren't going, let's write a female anthem. We were just like, this is what's on our mind. Meredith and I had a lot in common, and nobody was putting words in somebody else's mouth, which is a big thing that you do sometimes when you're writing with an artist who doesn't really have a voice. Well, they have a voice physically, but they don't really know what to say, or they need you to help them. Meredith was, you know, it was really a very balanced thing. She didn't need help putting words in. We were just like combining our thoughts. And, you know, she left that day and had the demo done in a day and was signed the next day at Capitol.
Oh, wow.
So it all really took on a life of its own.
Kim Gordon, actually, I read, was inspired. She wrote a song, I read it was called Female Mechanic Now on Duty, and she said it was inspired by, and Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth, if you're inspired by her, that's pretty badass.
Oh, she said she was inspired by Bitch?
She said in an interview that Bitch inspired that song, so that's
amazing.
Pretty cool.
Thank you, Kim.